I had one of the worst experiences that I've had acting was I booked a commercial campaign that never aired. Okay.
Oh dear.
But I was
That's
20,
how bad it was? That's how bad you were.
Fucking, I don't know. It was.
Well,
with-
come on. It's time to face up to some truths. Tom.
it could be that it was me, but it was also with Jared from Subway before he.
Before or during?
Well, we were sharing videos, but mine I was like, this girl's 19, bro. No, but so we were doing this huge campaign.
Now wait, Tom, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Have you thought about like, while we were doing this, was he trying to fuck 13-year-olds?
I've
Like
thought of
while
that.
you were doing the in the did this shoot take place over a couple days?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so he was probably going home and
probably was.
trying to fuck a 13-year-old.
He could have been.
I mean, he could have been.
We did share a pizza, and that was cool.
Did it taste like young cum?
It did.
All right,
It did.
that's enough.
It did.
That's enough of that. Stop it.
It did.
Stop it.
Did he was
I don't know what that tastes like. What does it taste like?
You know, it kind of tastes kind of sweet. It's good for a reason.
Sweet in like the taste bud way, or sweet in like a aw?
Sweet in that you've never come harder. Like it is a special place to be, I think. Like
All right, you're under arrest.
okay.
The commercial is under arrest. This podcast is under arrest. All right, go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. It was
I want to hear about you and Jared.
Jared, great guy. First of all, I don't know about these charges.
You ruined his life. You ruined his life, Tom.
He, it's funny. Like you book it, and here's the campaign. Just so you know, because I think that you'll enjoy this. Jared could only promote healthy sandwiches because the whole reason he got the
Sure.
gig was he used to weigh like 500 pounds. And he's like, all I did was eat like the turkey sub.
Right.
And so when he does commercials, he can only be like, hey, the turkey sub. And then they go, we need someone that can promote our unhealthy stuff.
Which is
and that's
almost all of their
yeah, and that's where
food.
you come in, Tom.
Right.
So the commercial campaign was that he's
Oh, look at that photo on the upper right. Whole
yeah.
new.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of that one.
Oh, you got rid of it. Okay, smart.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Smart. That's him with a fan. So they're like, you're gonna play his brother, and then when he's promoting the turkey sub, you can be like, oh, how about the chicken parmesan sub? You know, like so that we can promote healthy and
Sure, makes sense.
I'm like, great. So they're like, you're gonna be his brother Jerome. And I really did tell, I think that's kind of a black guy's name. This is what I told the marketing people. I was 25 years old. And they were like, really? I go, I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of a black guy's name. There are white Jeromes, but I think most
There
people.
must be.
There are, but I'm like, I think most people think black guy.
I didn't.
So
When you said it, I didn't.
They come back and they go, we had a meeting with our staff and they all agreed that Jerome is kind of a black name. And I go, okay. And they go, so your new name is Jermaine. And I was like, that's so much blacker. So then we we started shooting the commercials.
For real, Jermaine. They changed Jerome to Jermaine because they couldn't think of another J, like Jerry,
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah. James?
James, Jennifer,
Anything. Yeah.
Jamilian, Jamaraquai, Jansen, P.
Jaquel.
Quinesimadin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them
Go
worked.
ahead. Sorry.
So we go, all right. We're shooting these ads and
My name is Jermaine Foterius. I'm Jerry's younger brother.
That's fucking unbelievable. Jesus Christ. So we're shooting these fucking things and one day he has like a buddy that hangs all the time and they're like, yeah, they're pissed. They think Jared's gaining weight and they don't want him to, he had to stay within a certain weight range and he had put on a few pounds, I guess.
This is the friend talking or the
friend.
the company? No,
The friend.
friend.
Yeah, the friend's like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, I'm new. It's like my first day shooting this thing. I'm like, yeah, you look great, man. And then he's like, thanks, man. You want to get a pizza? And I was like, sure. So we start eating pizza. And we're shooting the commercial. Oh, this goes back to you talking about how sometimes an actor's not doing what you want him to do. So whatever. Jared's not in this thing. I'm shooting this thing with the director, and he's like, and action? And I'm like, these subs. And he goes, no. Go like, these subs are like, I go, so these subs, he's like, no. Be like, these subs.
Jesus.
And he starts doing that. And dude, we get to like 20 times in a row. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. And he's like, hey, you're not, it feels like, you're not like really doing like what you were doing. You know what I mean? Like you really got to like change it up. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like our first shot. And we're going to do 10 commercials.
Wow.
So we're going to shoot a
whole
series
campaign.
A whole campaign. So
And they cast you.
Yeah, dude. It was a long process, dude. Like to get a campaign.
Oh, those
like
things
that,
are the worst.
I mean, it was like
even just VO is a excruciatingly long process. It's so surprising.
But the thing was on day like 3, grooving a little better. I finally do something where he's like, "That's who I booked. That's why we booked you because what you're doing right now, this is fucking hilarious." And I'm like, "All right, man. Like, thanks." And then I go to talk to one of the producers. That is like, I think either from Subway or from the marketing company and I go, hey, when we shoot the rest of these, do we have different directors? Are they all going to be with this fuckhead? And they're like, no, there'll be different directors. I go, thank God. And I was such an amateur, I didn't realize that I was mic'd up.
Oh.
And everybody heard it, including the director.
Oh.
That was...
Oh.
And then at lunch, I got it talking to.
Wait, tell me about the talking to. I want to hear about that.
He goes, hey, let me talk to you.
Because internally you're fighting like you're kind of nervous and this is weird, but you're also, your gut is telling you like, fuck these people.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, I also think, I realized how I was very inexperienced when that happened, right? But
it's potentially, so people know, a lot of money. Man, you book one of those things, it's a big paycheck.
Not only was it's guaranteed money to shoot the 10, but then it was against residuals, meaning like as they start airing, then you'll make more.
Yeah.
And then Subway signed me to this thing where they're like, you'll do appearances.
Yeah.
So I'm 25 years old.
Huge money you've never seen before.
And it was like, life-changing at the time.
Yeah.
Money. And I'm like, and this guy's like, you're talking about line readings. He's cutting me off in the middle of everything I'm saying.
Really rude.
And then he's like, how come you're not doing like what you were doing in the audition? And I'm like, what the fuck am I like? And I'm like, I don't have clarity on what he wants.
That's also,
around.
Not only is that shitty behavior, just and outside of that setting, but that's bad directing because he's not going to get the thing he wants from you, the thing he needs. That's just poor, stupid. That's amateur too.
It was. Our last exchange it went pretty poorly. It was at this lunch thing. This was the last thing we had. This was the last personal conversation we had that wasn't on a set. Mm-hmm. He pulls me aside, and I could tell he's pissed. And I'm putting together that he heard.
You don't know yet?
I don't know exactly yet. No.
Okay.
So he's like,
right.
He's like, how do you think it's going? And I'm like, fine. Yeah, whatever. That thing was fun. And I'm trying to be cool. He's like, yeah. When you get back to LA, maybe get in some acting classes. I think that would help. I go, do you think it would help? And he goes, yeah. And I go, have you ever directed anything before? And he goes, I've been directing for like 20 some years. And I go, I couldn't tell.
Wow.
And then he was like, okay, so let's try to have like a nice, he changed it and was like,
he'd made the decision when he's having that conversation. You're done.
Yeah. Now the crazy thing is, I didn't know, like we ended up shooting a few of these, and they got them to a place they were happy with. The CFO of marketing of Subway resigned. Not related to the commercial, resigned from his job.
That's how bad you were.
That's how bad I was. And then a new guy came in and just killed all the campaigns they were doing because they had like multiple things going. Killed them all. I didn't know. My agent didn't know. A friend of mine who reads business news read that and was like, "Hey, there's a new marketing director at Subway. So does that mean your campaign is dead?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then I called my agent. He's like, I've never heard of that." And then he calls. He's like, "Yeah, your friend's right. The campaign's dead."
So,
Yeah.
but you got guaranteed money, right?
I only only got the amount. I ended up making like, a nice chunk of change for a little, but I didn't get the.
But man, you
the
were
sign.
seeing like, oh my God, I'm going to be a millionaire.
I was spending
from this
money I
thing.
didn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It fucked me up. And then I followed that guy because I wanted to send something. I was hoping he was dead by now.
The director.
Yeah, I wanted to send something like rude to the funeral service.
Jesus, how petty and vindictive.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna send this because they have like they do photos of like somebody's image.
Yeah.
At a memorial
they put on
service.
an easel.
I want to have one made of all my specials, like all the and then just have my net worth at the bottom and just have it at the memorial service.
And so you missed that opportunity, but
He's still alive.
Oh, he's still alive?
Yeah, I can still do it.
So you can send it to his house.
Yeah, that's true.
Or get your friend Brendan to get a billboard across the street
That's a good idea.
with just plastered and then a transcript of this conversation.
That'd be great. Yeah.
And then the same thing with your specials. and
Yeah,
your
that'd
net
be so
worth.
fun, yeah.
And your net worth can be on a digital clock that changes, that rises like the deficit.
Like the deficit. That's such a good idea.
It just keeps spinning.
Dude, that's such a good idea.
And attached to the digital clock is a fan. So every time the numbers move, it's like analog. So every time the numbers move, it makes a breeze. So he's actually thankful for the breeze because it's hot, right?
Dude.
But now it's like I don't know, I want to get rid of that. But every time Tom Segura makes more money, I'm cooled down and it's a pleasant experience. So what do I do?
And I feel like I finally understand how you guys wrote sketches. I came with a very linear idea, and then
There you
you
go.
threw a lot
Yes.
of like extra into it.
There you go.
Now it's a great bit.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call two bears, one cave.